Ladies and gentlemen, a big welcome to today's edition of Rocket Launch Sports Picks. My name is Jonathan. It is a pleasure to come to you live with not just one but two videos today. We got exciting action in MLB baseball, but right here we are talking about Game 5 of that Thunder and Spurs series. What a game on our hands. Here's yesterday's picks as the New York Knicks put away the game, put away the series. They're off to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. They are absolutely on a roll, winning 11 straight games, and Mikal Bridges was a big part of that. He had 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, with Donovan Mitchell just missing at 9 for 18 from the field. You can see the entire box score for the New York Knicks. They were in command early, they were in command often, and they were in command throughout. You can see they did that with a 49% shooting clip from the field. Cleveland shooting 41 and 27 respectively. Both of those below the league average. Cleveland overall as a team had a tough time, but the New York Knicks, they were all over the rebounds. A staggering 20 rebounds in this game. You can also see that Karl Anthony Towns with a double-double, 19 points, 14 rebounds on 8 for 11 shooting. Even Landry Shamet, a guy from another Suns guy from the finals 5 years ago, 5 for 6 from the field. Very productive minutes off the bench for the Knicks. A lot of great things happening, even when Jalen Brunson did not have the greatest shooting game at 6 for 14. And we had Donovan Mitchell, who obviously went 9 for 18, but fell just short of 9.5 field goals, as he had in a lot of games. James Harden, once again, 2 for 8 from the field, just not on it with his 5 turnovers and only 2 assists. I mean, James Harden just seemed to be a big liability for the team throughout the series, even throughout most of the Detroit series, if I'm to be perfectly honest. I mean, he had some his moments in the Raptors series, but against Detroit and against the Knicks, against these really good teams, he just wasn't it. And I think it was very clear throughout his performances. Evan Mobley, very solid, 7 rebounds, 7 for 15. They had some good minutes, but once again, Kenny Atkinson could not rely on his bench whatsoever. And even he relegated Dean Wade to the bench. He's like, look, I want Max Struss out here. I don't want Dean Wade out here. And that is something that really showed. Nonetheless, that is it for Cleveland. New York Knicks is on to the conference finals. And here we go. That should say WCF Game 5. Game 5 picks for the Western Conference Finals today. It is a big pivotal Game 5 after San Antonio absolutely tore the roof off at home. We got 3 free picks here today, 2 paid picks on Winnable. We got De'Aaron Fox going over 11.5 points. We got Luke Kornet over 4.5 rebounds. And Alex Caruso over 10.5 points. Let's go through it all. De'Aaron Fox, 11.5 points is something that he has hit in 9 of his last 10 and 18 of his last 20. So he did have a little bit of an injury, but he hasn't been too much slowed down since he's come back. He's also done it in 9 out of 10 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That also dates back to his time with the Sacramento Kings. I almost said Los Angeles, excuse me. Sacramento Kings, their only major sports team, unless you want to count the Athletics. With that being said, De'Aaron Fox has done it in 86% of the games for the Spurs this season. He just continues to fire on all cylinders, and he, even through fluctuating field goal attempts, he still scores considerable amounts of points. It just comes to show that his shot selection is very good, and it always has been. He's taking high percentage looks. He's getting off the right screens. He's creating plays. He is simply a guy with high basketball IQ, with a very solid set of teammates around him to get the most out of that, get him in the right spots. We expect De'Aaron Fox to continue a solid streak in Oklahoma City and get over 11.5 points here in this game. Then we got Luke Kornet, the center, with over 4.5 rebounds, or mainly coming off the bench. He has done that in 3 of his last 10. He has done that, though, in 11 out of 20. So you can see before the last 10, there was a previous trend of him getting quite a bit of rebounds. Then it's just been in that Oklahoma City Thunder series, and the series before, it's been a little iffy. We expect that he's going to come out and build off his 7 rebound performance in Game 4. And you look at him against the Thunder, he's had his days against the Thunder, but overall 5 for 11. So in the first 3 games of the series, he was held to 2 or 3 rebounds, and we expect him to come up big here in this game 5. You can also see that on the road this season, we're just going to mainly highlight the home versus the road stats for Luke Kornet. He has done a better job on the road than at home in terms of rebounding. He does play 1 more minute per game on the road over the course of the season, and we're looking at an equal sample size of 34 minutes per game. And all of that, he's gotten plenty of starts on the road, so you can see he's been through the lineup, through the bench for the San Antonio Spurs this season. Yes, the scoring average is slightly lower, but still contributing rebounds on the road. He's still relatively consistent across his home and road games. That is a critical aspect of this bet right here that we're going to put on Luke Kornet to get over 4.5 rebounds. Before we get on to our last pick, keep in mind we got 2 more paid picks today. That link is in the description. Winnable is launched, and you can find that again in our description. That's where you can find all our picks from all of our sports, and we'll go over that structure in another video. Let's get on to somebody who we've already had a couple props on. That is Alex Caruso. He has been a key player off the bench for Oklahoma City. We expect him to go over 10.5 points today after going blank in Game 4. But you can see in the previous 3 games and throughout the last 10, he's done it in 5 of those. He's gone over. And then we got 5 of the last 20. So you can see that he's really stepped up in this postseason. And particularly in the Spurs series, in the first 3 games that you can see, those 3 green bars on all of these charts. And even in their last series against the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, actually, those previous 2 green bars, that was actually from the last 2 games of the Phoenix Suns series. Now, remember, Alex Caruso was a Laker. He also wasn't really much needed. I mean, honestly, the Thunder just cruised through that series. They really didn't need much from him. But they've definitely needed more from him in San Antonio. They've needed his experience, and it showed, even if it didn't show in the last game. And let's be real, there wasn't much for anyone to cheer about on that Thunder squad in Game 4. We expect an overall better performance from the Thunder, a much more competitive Game 5, and Alex Caruso is bound to be a key reason why. We're going to show this again. We've shown this in our previous props with Alex Caruso, but it's very convincing that he is stepping up in this postseason. You can see just about every statistic. Playing 4 more minutes than his regular season average. He's got 10% more from the field. 47% from 3-pointers this postseason. The one place he isn't quite hitting so well is the free throw line. That's where he's been a little bit off. But you can see 10.3 points, 3.2 rebounds. He is outplaying his regular season self here in this postseason. That is going to be a crucial aspect of what Oklahoma City needs, and Coach Daganotz knows that he's going to come in and that he's going to provide very strong minutes at home. He is also playing better at home this season. Again, home and road splits. Basketball games especially playoff games, they get very intense, very emotional, very hyped up, and home court advantage can really make a huge difference in basketball. You know, when you hear the fans cheering every time you make a big shot, you know, all that stuff, like emotion and momentum is just such a huge part of basketball. And Alex Caruso shows that he feeds off that this season. Significantly higher scoring average. He is playing more minutes at home as well. Before we wrap up, just make sure that if you have not signed up for Betr yet, this is your opportunity with the code ROCKETUPSB. That link is in the description. Your first 2 picks are sweat-free tokens. You get up to $200 back on those tokens. You get 1 free pick as well with the code ROCKETUPSB. That is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We will be coming back to you on Thursday for the Game 6. That is not if necessary. That is happening no matter who wins. So that is a good thing. If necessary, we will have Game 7 of this series on Saturday. But for now, we do have a baseball video out for all you baseball fans out here. And tomorrow will also be a baseball only video because there is no basketball tomorrow. So look out for that, and that will be it. Go ahead, enjoy your Tuesdays, and go launch with purpose.